You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can't let my heart show on my sleeve. Ain't missed the gold yet from the streets. Spin round the block like I got beef. Baby, I'm like that, you gon' see. These are words of affirmation. You should want me to be more than another situation. You should want me to be more than another situation.
We double drinking, the vibe is peaking, we geeking. It's something speaking straight to my soul, fully breathing. She got the feeling like 90s R&B, I'm tweaking. To ever leave her, it probably never be a reason. A soul shaker, a twerker, a business owner, a real friend that's still cool if you don't talk, you grown up. A love pusher, peace empowerment, mamacita. Back when I met her, she was sipping a limerita. A forward thinker, still be throwing it back on me. And if I'm lacking, she gon' pick up that slack for me.
Can't let my heart show on my sleeve. Ain't missed the gold yet from the streets. Spin round the block like I got beef. Baby, I'm like that, you gon' see. These are words of affirmation. You should want me to be more than another situation. You should want me to be more than another situation.
Big booty, slapping it when you get moody. Confident, you never tripping, I get groupie. Never dolo, ride with me even on promo. Album cover, even help me design logo. A fresher too, in it cause we got deeper roots. Remember boo, the balconies in our birthday suit. That yellow coupe, Los Angeles in that Pikachu. I peeked at you, and now I'll forever see the truth.
My heart show on my sleeve. Ain't missed the gold yet from the streets. Spin round the block like I got beef. Baby, I'm like that, you gon' see. These are words of affirmation. You should want me to be more than another situation. You should want me to be more than another situation. You should want me, but maybe I'm from the wrong generation.
Reinvented like Khloe Kardashian face. Finding all the ways to dodge all dismay. I've been through the fire flames, etc. They came and went, involved in these combustions like I'm blazing. Can't amaze it when I'm catching on. They missed the bait, but now they catching on. I bring the heat, but I got a curve, a call to catch her off. Another sign that's hit another line drive, bringing off, clear the base. Finna roll with pitches like I'm Carl Croft. This a wonderful life. I come alive with the stars, with what I run from the night. Sci-fi goes, turn the cake off TV rolls. TNT, the bomb when this CD blows. It's like everything I ever wanted is coming, I promise. But I'm lying, son the game like awesome shit. Jamar chasing all my goals like I'm teed up. Check me or I gritty in the zone like. Fly at the sky, I'ma shine like a star do. Gotta make plays, run it up like a boss do. Pull strings like a boss do. Heavy as the head, hold the crown as I walk through. Fly as the sky, I'ma shine like a star do. Gotta make plays. this ain't that. But that ain't this, me and Joey like Kobe Shaq. Hey man, this 4 summers running, we ain't never gonna stop running shit. Bench players talking, knowing all they do is run and sit. I've been having dreams, it's me, Hakeem with double colorness. Had to sit back and let this rap shit get fun again. Oh dog, I'm back, but I ain't never leave. The same nigga just came back in here with better weed and some cheddar cheese. Tell him check the board. I don't know how many times I told him check the score. Trying to scratch me out the records like I'm Reggie B. How they gon' try to steal the swag when I'm already me? We catching plays like Randy Moss, it ain't false. If you wanna learn, I can show you how to be the boss. Fly at the sky, I'ma shine like a star do. Gotta make plays, run it up like a boss do. Pull strings like a boss do. Heavy as the hand, hold the crown as I walk through. Fly as the sky, I'ma shine like a star do. Gotta make plays, run it up like a boss do. Pull strings like a boss do.
I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the road. Middle finger stretched, if you thinking it's a joke, tell my friend I'm about to blow, 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 about to blow.
Another good one. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all been? It's your girl Sunshine Reigns, aka Griselda Blanca, aka Uni the Motivator, aka the Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning because I'm here to motivate you, educate you, give you a little bit of current events, and make sure you laugh your tail off. All right. This morning is no different. I know I start out every morning with motivation, and I'm going to do it quick because I've got somebody in the building that I want to talk to. We are having another candidate conversation today, and I'm really happy about this series because one, it's enlightened me, and I've gotten to know some really amazing people that are stewards of our community and are doing the good work. But I'm also learning, and y'all know I'm a little nerd and I like to learn. And I think if we would have figured out a way to teach our kids this stuff in a way that made it more interesting, I think more of them would have paid attention. You know what I mean? Like, we make politics and what's the other class that you would have took? Civics. Do they still have that class? Or social studies? I think that because even when I was in high school, social studies to me didn't sound the same way that social studies sounds now. Like, I get what social studies should be. Like, I get it. The study of y'all socially, and we need more of that because y'all is weird now. But anyways, I ain't got enough time for that. So my motivation for this morning, I was having a conversation, as always, with Tinder this morning, and talking to her, it triggered something where I was like, yo, I ain't been on the ball on some stuff that I'm supposed to do. And it started making me feel a certain kind of way. And I had to address that feeling because it was like, wait a minute, why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? So if you know, and I'm always open and honest with y'all, I'm always very transparent. If you know, there are about 3 different things I've been working on as of late, right? The first thing is my after school program that I'm working for to teach kids how to do this, right? And I've put it all together. I've got every proposal done. I've sent it out to principals. I've sent it out to APS. I've posted a couple of times the flyers or whatever, but that's it. I haven't gone any further. I've kind of gotten stagnant. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's imposter syndrome that has stopped me. I have to figure out what is preventing me from taking that next step to take this to the next step, because this is an amazing idea. And so why am I holding it, or why am I not? Baby, Fashion Nova hit y'all up 80 times a day. And I'm trying to tell you about my little program once every 6 weeks. There's something wrong with that, and I need to work on that, right? The other thing is, I've put together media birthday party packages for the station. I've got commercials for it. I've put this together so that people can see this and eventually, throw their own birthday parties here. For the life of me, have y'all seen that commercial on my show? I run the whole station, and I haven't ran that commercial across the station yet. Why? Last but not least, if you really know me, you know I was working on a book. I was working on a motivational book. Ask Anitra. She'll tell you I've been working on this book. God told me 4-5 years ago I was going to write a book. And I was obedient and started doing it. But then somewhere I got hard-headed and I stopped listening. And I haven't done nothing. And I can't for whatever it is, I can't put a word on this. What is the word for you started doing right, but then you kind of trailed off? It's got to be a word there. Y'all make up words every day. You done made up cap and bougie and everything else. Can you please make a word up for when you started doing what you was supposed to be doing, but you stopped? Because that's where I'm at. And it happens to me often. Some people call it procrastination. I don't think this is a procrastination thing. This is a difference. I've started. I've completed. I haven't done that last jump or whatever it is. Like, you know what I mean? I know y'all out there. I see y'all. I know I'm not talking to myself. I know this isn't an emotion. This isn't a phenomenon that only I've experienced. You know what I mean? I'm not going to take that. I know we all as humans are different and weird, but we collectively experience a lot of the same feelings and emotions. And so my motivation to you today goes back to something I said before. As an adult, if you really want to call yourself an adult, it means that you are in control of the flow of things that are happening, or you are trying to control them. If you are just letting the tide take you and you are at the mercy of the river, you are at the mercy of the water, then guess what? You are not an adult. That's what children do. Children have no control over their environment. They just have to accept what's going on. But someday you grow up and you become autonomous. You become self-aware and you start realizing I could put rocks in this river and I can divert it this way. I can create a stream and I can create an irrigation system. I can build a house so that when it rains, I don't get wet. Like, you can control how you receive the elements. That makes you an adult. I was having a conversation with my husband this morning about something that I was like, this is a little triggering for me. And I'm not mad. And I had to make sure that was understood. I'm not mad. I just know that I have an emotion about it. And so I want to tell you about it so that you can understand it and you can have the opportunity to help me fix this. Because why would I be mad at this man? And in the past, I have been mad because you didn't even know that this was an issue for me. So I'm treating him like a child because I'm not giving him a chance to even understand his environment to be able to correct it or to make it different. I know right now that something is happening to me that is preventing me from making this next step, that is preventing, whether it's imposter syndrome or, please give me another word, because I know this feeling, but I don't have a way to articulate it. But there is something stopping me from that next, keep pushing it out, keep doing this until it catches. And I know that in other situations, I've moved past it. Look at us here at the radio station. There have been many obstacles that I just kept moving past them. But something is stopping me from publishing this book, or at least printing it out. Something is stopping me. You know, I've sent text messages out. I've sent, my emails out, but something is stopping me from really pushing this after school program. Something is stopping me from really pushing this media birthday. And is it a failure of, a fear of success? I don't think so, because I'm broke and I need the money. I don't know what it is, but the adult in me says I have to figure it out. I have to address it, and then I have to course correct it, because here I'll be 10 more years later talking about, I wrote a book a long time ago, I just never published it. And I really don't care about your coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I really don't care about the things that you thought you wanted to do at one point in time, because why did not you do that? One of my favorite sayings is from, his name is at the top of my tongue, Brown. He's the motivational speaker, where he says that in the cemetery, we have all of the dreams that died with you because you were a coward and you weren't able to make those dreams come to fruition. God gave you something. He put something on your heart. He told you that this is something that you need to accomplish, and you were too afraid to do it. And so that dream died with you. I cannot let this book die with me. Somebody needs this. I cannot let this program die with me because somebody needs this. This program ain't just about teaching you how to get in front of a camera. This program is about public speaking. This program is about doing research. This program is about producing something that other people can find to be necessary and not just producing crap. Clickbait. You know? Okay, the birthday stuff is just because we want to have a good time. But still, it shouldn't die with me. You never know how many kids or people might get that first chance of being in front of the camera and having a media birthday, and it excites something in them. The way my daughter lit up for that media birthday part, that main character energy came out. All of the adults around were just so surprised at how these kids got in front of the camera, in front of the microphone, and they lit up and had an amazing experience. And you could see their confidence. Who knows what that might do for those children later on. And I remember when I did this media birthday party, and man, because of that, now I'm a news reporter, or I'm the next Robert Cronkite, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, God be sending me downloads, and I listen a lot of times. But I've realized I got a couple of downloads that I'm not being obedient about. And I don't have a word for it, but God, I started. Don't give up on me, please. Because I promise you, if you don't listen, he'll stop talking to you. He'll stop talking to you. To me, he'll stop talking to you, or to get so faint that you can't hear it no more. But me and God, we be having down. God is my homeboy. We be talking like homeboy. I don't get down on my knees and hit. No, hey man, hey, what's going on? And I think because of that, I hear clearly. And I have to be an adult about this situation. I don't know how I'm going to fix it. I'm going to get in my accountability group tonight. I'm going to jump in there. I'm going to tell them, I need y'all to hold me accountable on this. I need y'all to start asking me. So what chapter is we on, Sunshine? How many emails have you sent out? Something. But I'm not alone. I'm going to go to the comment section. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Good morning. Hello, Dr. Gordon. How you doing, Dr. Eddie Gordon? Good morning, Ronye. How you doing? Good morning, Admin Anitra. How you doing this morning? So that was just my little, my little spiel this morning. I give y'all one every morning. Sometimes it's motivation in the sense of y'all needed the motivation. Sometimes it's just me being transparent and being honest and hoping that in doing so, you see something in me that you see in yourself, and you realize that you might need to address that as well. You know what I mean? And maybe you can jump in my DM and tell me the word, or tell me how to address it, or what it is that I'm missing, But like we said, social studies. We are a society together And if I'm dealing with something like this socially, somebody else is too. So when I'm giving you this information about me, or when I'm putting it out there, that's us studying each other. That's us allowing each other to become that social studies project that really is what they should have been doing. You know what I mean? The structure of the high school, studying that. Let's study this social structure and talk about the things that we are going through right now, because this feeling of individualism that nobody else understands what I feel. No, we just might not be able to articulate it the same way you do. But I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, you done felt what I felt, or you understand what I'm talking about. You just can't articulate it either. We haven't made up. That's what the English language is. That's what all language is making up words that express emotions for another person to be able to decipher or understand what you're trying to say. That's all it is. So when I say I need a word for this, it's because this is an emotion that I am feeling that I can't articulate. And until I get a word that articulates it, I can't really explain it to you. I can just kind of say, I feel weird. This don't feel right. And it doesn't. It does not feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, that is my body, that is my brain, my mind telling me something's not right. You got these things that you have to get out, and you're holding on to them. Why? Why? That's the question. Why? And when you figure that out, fix it. All right. We got some comments. Dr. Gordon said, excellent. I don't know why, but I hear that in your voice. Samuel Crumbly. Hey, how you doing? He says, you are not alone. Thank you for being honest. Do you have a word for it? No, not yet. Okay, I'll wait. Admin Anitra said, you know you're not alone. I got some things I need to get done too. I don't have nothing else to say about it. I need a word for it. Dr. Fleming is here. Hey, Siobhan, how you doing? She said, good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh, this is a good one. Samuel said, I've been sitting on my completed book for 1 year and I still haven't published it. This is a great message and reminder. She said, I love this social studies class. Thank you, Siobhan. But okay, Sam, why? Do you know why you've been sitting? If it's done, it's ready to go to publishing, it's edited, you got the everything together, whatever else you need done, right? Why are you sitting on it? Like, what is the prevention? It's done. Like, that's the hard part was getting the words on the paper. The irritating part was editing it. You've done everything. And I'm not talking to you. I'm really talking to myself. You've done everything. Why haven't you published it? We need a word for this, people. It's got and you, my guest is sitting over here like she ain't wrong. We need a word for this. Do you know a word for it? Oh, you do? Hold on, let me unmute your mic. Oh man, hold on, let me get you in frame. Come on, sit over a little bit closer.
Gotcha. Amen.
Everybody, my guest today is Dr. Terry Baskin, and we're going to be talking to him today about his run for chairman of Clayton County. But one of the things that I was going to talk to you about later was the fact that I heard you're a reverend.
I am.
Okay, so you hear me talk, God, give me these downloads.
Amen.
And I'm listening. I've been obedient, but I'm not done. And I don't have a word for where I'm at. What is this called?
I'll use one word and divide that out. It's called Satan. And let's start from that point, because Satan, let's not forget, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy, right? So his two powerful weapons are doubt and fear. Now you'll say, oh, I'm not scared of that. I'm not afraid to do this. But what makes you stop in your progression is fear. It's fear of succeeding. It's fear of what the unknown is out there. Or it could be a case in point that you get to that point and you get laxed in life. And a lot of times you got to make sure that God did not give you a spirit of fear. He gave you power, love, and a sound mind. So he's giving you all the answers within you. The key now is to move forward, press forward. I think the Apostle Paul said, I press towards the mark of the high calling. And this is where we need to focus on and what we are to do. Just like my campaign. I was retired. I was enjoying life.
And something called you back.
I was kicked back, but I my prayer was always bring somebody, Lord, to the forefront that can help us in Clayton County. And it's a change of mindset altogether, because the apathy of people today, like you said, we were in civic classes and social studies and things, and we didn't think that was major to us. Now it is.
Now it is.
It plays a major part.
It is.
And this is why we got to dig into the spirituality of what we're doing and the purpose of. Remember, your book is not for you.
It's not.
See, it's for somebody out there right now waiting to hear from the Lord, and he can use you to do that.
And I'm holding back. So
Yes.
I'm not being obedient.
That's the point.
I'm not being obedient.
But he did not say he hates you for it. He still loves you, and he still talks to you. God's still talking to you because he's constantly saying, do this, do this. Well, do it in his name. Let's try that. Go forward with that. You're doing it for the Lord. And when you do it for the Lord, guess what? He gets the glory. Let him use you like a conduit. Push that energy out. Help someone to understand from this book the excellence of what needs to be done here on earth. That's the power that God has put in you that you need to understand. This is not for you, it's for someone else. Just like the listeners tonight. Today, shall I say.
We up early.
I'm quite sure there's somebody out there that's just tuned in and need to hear the word. God said he loves you. He loves you. And that carries weight with a lot of people in this world today, because right now we're so segregated. We're so into our own world, but we've forgotten the spirituality of it. We've forgotten God altogether in our lives. See, when we start to incorporate his word that tells us that we're the head and not the tail, above and never again beneath, we're heirs of Salterius. We're joint heirs to the throne of God. Come on, let's claim what we are. We are the head, and we need to go forward like the head.
Well, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick commercial break. But when we get back, we've got a great conversation with Dr. Baskin. And it's no S on it. Okay. It's no S. This is not who Carol tried to take out or did take it. Carol Baskins killed her husband, whacked him. This ain't that Baskin. I just had to get that joke out because it's been sitting on me since I seen your name. I promise you, I had to get that out. I wasn't gonna be able to be.
Hey, man.
We got a couple of comments before we go to break. Samuel said, deprecation is my word. Admin Anitra said, come on now, Satanism always working overtime. And Samuel said, disparagement or under evaluation of oneself. And yeah, I'm gonna take this in, and I'm really gonna process this and allow myself to feel whatever it is to get it through. Y'all, sometimes I don't think you understand that some of the things that stop you from doing the things you want to do have nothing to do with the outside world. It's all about you on the inside. This life is not just to get up and live. It is a journey. There are things that you are supposed to learn amongst that journey. I definitely, let me tell y'all something. When I tell you I believe in reincarnation, but I don't necessarily believe it the way y'all do. I believe that God put you here to learn a lesson, and if you don't learn it, you have to come back.
Do it again.
You gotta come back and try to. You gotta come back and try to learn again, okay? And until you finally figure out the message, then you can move on to the next plane.
Yes.
But if you didn't figure it out this last time, that's why people be like, that kid been here before. Yup. And whatever, I hope you, every time somebody say that to a little kid, I be like, Lord, I hope you learn what you're supposed to learn so you can rest. Because
Yeah. I get it.
you gotta get the message. And if you ain't learned it, what do? You have to repeat. It makes the most sense. It makes the most sense. You know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break. When we get back, we have Dr. Terry Baskin here to talk about his run for chairman of Clayton County. You already know when we do these interviews, the first thing we're going to do is find out what is the chairman's job. If you have any questions. So this is for all of Clayton County, right? Not just one particular district.
All of
Anybody in Clayton County can vote for you?
Countywide.
Countywide.
Yes.
Okay, so y'all know what I say. Even if you don't live in this county, because I don't live in Clayton County, but I got Clayton County friends. So tell them to tune in, and we will be right back. Let me find something good to listen to. Let's see. I got one right here. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.
Ooh, yeah. I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. I rejoice for y'all, from New York to California. I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. And when he comes, you know he's coming for you.
I rejoice like being outside when the porch lights illuminate the space in the place where I was taught right. Never by sight, my fight is faith driven. Bear witness, cause my mission is to see with clear vision. Good living, finger licking, sitting back, reminiscing like a premonition on things I thought I was missing as I listen to the word and understands God's plans. Let me see the congregation rise up and raise your hand, cause it's a celebration, a joyful occasion. When he part of the equation, his grace is amazing. Total meditation when I'm silently praying. Anything is possible, believe in what I'm saying.
I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. I rejoice for y'all, from New York to California. I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. And when he comes, you know he's coming for you. It's gonna get better, ain't no less forever. I don't care what the world says, I'ma still love him anyway. When I fall, you still stood right beside me and showed me the way. I just want to thank you, Lord, for every single thing you've done in my life. I rejoice in your name. Oh, I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. I rejoice for y'all, from New York to California. I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. And when he comes, you know he's coming for you.
I deliver to the church a few words to encourage. Treat my people like a preacher, how may I be of service? Never nervous, cause the king is with me everywhere I go. It's contagious, I'm courageous from my head to my toe. And I'm here to let you know that the Lord got a plan. So let me see the congregation rise up and raise your hand. Once again, yes I am, the man like Adam. The love God got for you is more than you can fathom. He's so good to his kids, I wanna reach out and grab him and put my arms around him like the rings around Saturn. Can't you see the pattern and the reason why I came? If you can, yeah, stand and rejoice in his name, yeah.
I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. I rejoice for y'all, from New York to California. I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. And when he comes, you know he's coming for you. I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. I rejoice for y'all, from New York to California. I rejoice for y'all, cause my blessings around the corner. And when he comes, you know he's coming for you.
Hello, my name is Dr. Eddie Gordon.
With over 2 decades in higher education, specializing in corrections, criminology, and deviant behavior.
And I'm running for District 1 Clinton County Commissioner.
I'll fight for lower property taxes and provide opportunities for the homeless. Affordable housing is a right, not a privilege. Zoning decisions impact us all. I'll seek your input. Let's build a future where every voice is heard. Support our campaign for meaningful change. I'm Dr. Gordon, your advocate for a better community.
To get involved in my campaign, go to www.votedreddygordon.com. Make a contribution, whatever you can. If you feel like canvassing, let's do this together and join hands and make sure that our property taxes don't continuously keep on increasing. Thank you.
I could hold you in my arms forever, but it wouldn't be long enough. Time is of the essence, yeah, but I'm running out. Why can't I run away from you? Why can't I run away from you? No, just say you won't.
But of course, I'm having lover's remorse. Climax after climax, and now I'm looking for my drawers. Oh, they on the floor. See, I got a pre-rolled in the car. It's crazy how feelings can change between yesterday and tomorrow. Your late 20s, they got you all up in my business. You see, younger women be less likely to question my intentions. You feeling my vibe, you know this shit you came by. Even though it's still shit I can't buy, I'm gon' try. See, these days it's either real friends or the yes friends. These days it's either wedding ring or it's chase my dream. Fucking right, and I got a bad thing for the night. And tomorrow's a different story. See, that's the story of my life. But
hold you in my arms forever, but it wouldn't be long enough. Time is of the essence, yeah, but I'm running out. Why can't I run away from you? Why can't I run away from you? No, just say you won't.
oh, but of course, she always got a voice. With social media temptation, it means I'll always have a choice. I'm psychologically pre-wired to be mentally sex crazed. It got me eating the groceries, thinking back to my I don't give head days. I was young and naive, I was stuck in my ways. She said, most niggas do it and I'm just not acting my age. I know you worked your ass off for that new ass. You gotta show the world, let your phone be the newscast. Give me some more. I'm getting high, thinking of all of the shit that we did on the low. My tenderoni from Tinder be giving the love below. A high key. You willing to try me? You willing to bypass all of my shortcomings and kamikaze?
I could hold you in
Oh, I see.
my arms forever, but it wouldn't be long enough. Time is of the essence, yeah, but I'm running out. Why can't I run away from you? Why can't I run away from you? No, just say you won't.
Just say you won't. Just say you won't.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
When I tell you we back here having some good conversation. Oh, I hate that y'all missed all of that conversation, but it wasn't for you. That was for us. So let's go ahead and get this started. First, of course, my question always is, tell us about the position that you're running for and what we are supposed to look for in a person running for that position.
Right. First and foremost, the position I'm running for is the Board of Commissioner chair.
Okay, so you'd be over all of the different districts.
Full operation of the county itself.
Mm-hmm.
You're overseeing the financial aspect of it, helping to make decisions for the quality of life in the county of Clayton. And the chair is also responsible for every meeting as far as setting the agenda, as far as digressing or aggressive planning for the county itself, decision maker for the delegation, which is your state rep, your state senator, giving them guidelines and working with them to move legislation.
Okay.
So basically, your chair is like the heartbeat of the county itself.
Okay. What qualifies a person to be able to hold this position? Should you hold other positions in the county first, or could you just walk up and say, hey, I can do this?
I'm going to say you should be prepared for it. Mm-hmm. Yes, you do need to run for other office. You do need to be in a position where you have a clear understanding where you want to take the county. See, if I give me a moment, as I was the tax commissioner for the past 22 years, and during my tenure, I managed over $7.7 billion, and not without any discretion, without a penny missing. Not only that, I had to manage people. I had to manage an office. Okay. I had to make sure that the digest, which is the snapshot viewpoint of everything that's taxable in the county, and I had to represent Clayton before the Department of Revenue to make sure that it was all in play. As a matter of fact, during training, they used my digest for a number of years of how to submit a digest, which is very important. You can't, every tax commissioner in the state of Georgia will tell you, you can't bill without a digest. And if you can't bill, you can't get your money to pay for the police, the fire, ambulance services, things of that nature. So you need somebody with integrity. That's why you got to understand where you are and where you're going. So you just can't walk up and say, okay, I want to be chair. You don't know the first step or second step of what to do. When you talk about a budget, you could talk about over close to $500,000 of the budget that you have to set. How do you set it? When do you set it? These are the things that you have to be prepared for. You have to have a clear understanding of what you're doing, why you're doing it, when you're doing it.
Okay, so since we're talking about money and where it go real quick, we had Valencia Stovall.
Yes.
On here. No, it wasn't her show that we were talking about. It was Dr. Siobhan Fleming. Yes. So we had her on here and we were talking about the ballot.
Right.
And we were talking about how for each person to put their name on the ballot, there's a cost, right?
Correct.
And so then we started talking about, well, where does that money go? Because she showed me the ballot. It's a lot of names on there.
Correct.
And so I was like, wow, I would like an itemized list of where my money going with this, because we have elections like once a year almost for something, right? I know definitely every 2 years.
Every 2 years, yes.
But it seemed like I see them signs out at least. Every year it's some more signs out, I swear. Right there at Barge and Campbellton, right there. They gonna put their sign. But or another one, because wouldn't this fall underneath the tax commissioner in a way? So the governor just passed a new law where if you pass by a school bus, that ticket is it's $1,000.
Yes.
That's a lot of money.
It is
per ticket. Now, I am not mad at that because that is saving lives.
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
care what you say. There's nothing that you're going to say to me where I'm going to be on your side, where you're going to be like, this ticket costs too much and you ran or blew past some little kids.
Right.
I'm gonna be on. That's why I'm not mad at this. If I ever get this ticket, I deserved it because you should have been paying attention. You should have left earlier. Like I said before, when kids are coming home from school and when they are going to school,
Right.
slow down.
Right.
Because way too many of our children have been lost because y'all plowing through the school bus and don't care. So I'm okay with that. But my issue comes in with, where does that money for that ticket go? Because if you have tickets that cost $1,000, there is no reason why any kid in that district should have to pay for food. There's no reason why any kid in that $1,000 ticket, $2,000 if you've done it twice, there's no reason why I should have to pay prom fees. You know what I mean? Like, I want an itemized list of where this ticket money is gonna go, because he is over here cracking up because I know you understand where it actually goes and what makes sense. But for us as the voters, for us as the people who are watching, as the ticket receivers, you know what I mean? I want to know where that money is going. So,
well, let's start from the very cost of it all together, because there's administrative cost. Okay, people are not working for cheap.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I'll say maybe a quarter of that amount goes towards the salary as far as administratively. The other part goes to the cost into the coffers of the city or the county or even the state. Now, when you talk about road conditions, or you talk about that school bus that needs servicing or anything like that, that money is a contribution from you that goes towards the safekeep of that bus, of the roads and everything that's working to get you from point A to point B.
Is that part of T-Splosh?
No, that's totally different.
Okay.
T-Splosh is basically to help those schools as far as where they direct the funding, building new gymnasium or upgrading the school system itself. In Clayton County, we're really rebuilding a lot of schools there, and that money is definitely directed towards upkeep. I mean, I'll take Jonesboro High School. Years ago, when my daughter was in high school, Jonesboro didn't have air conditioning in their gymnasium. We're only talking about 2013, 2014. No air, especially in the South.
In the South?
Wow.
And we just got finished talking about Jalen Hurts up in Philadelphia. No, Pennsylvania. Yeah. No, Philadelphia, right? The Eagles? Yeah.
Right.
Up in Philadelphia. He's donated $200,000 to add AC units to the schools. And I think that's ridiculous when we have a whole government like, these are your children too.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you want your people die from heat stroke? So you saying we in the gym running intramurals and doing laps and playing basketball and we don't have no air?
Not good. And
That's crazy.
Big fans don't do it. See, they just don't do it.
And they loud.
Right.
I can't hear the coach's whistle.
See, but when you really think about it, going back to what you were saying about the buses and people driving by, think of this. Yes, it could be $1,000 for that ticket. But if you inadvertently hit a child
That's a lot of lives.
That's a lot of lives.
It's not just that child's life. That's your life. That's that parent's life. That's the
Okay.
life of the kids that knew the child. You affect a lot
a
of
lot of
people.
lives.
Yeah.
And the only thing you can say is, "Oops, I'm sorry."
Right. And that yeah. That's why I said I'm not mad at that $1,000
Mm-mm.
ticket. I'm not
Mm-mm.
mad.
No.
I actually think that was a very good thing that he did.
Correct.
He's looking towards the children. So let's talk about some things that you would like to change in Clayton County. What do you see that needs to be done in Clayton County? Please don't give nobody no $1,000 ticket for nothing crazy. But
Absolutely.
what do you see that needs to be changed?
There are a lot of things that needs to be changed, and I know I don't have enough time to.
Oh, we got some
expound on
time.
it.
We got
Okay.
a whole hour. Let's go.
But I'm gonna start with economic development because a lot of people just hear the words. It's a buzzword, but they don't have true understanding of what they need or what's needed. When you look at Clayton County and when you say home ownership, and you come into the neighborhood, you find a house, and you love the house, what do you think the next thing you're going to do?
You're going to look for the amenities.
Exactly. See,
Where's the
that's-
grocery store?
that's
Where's the
right.
park? Where's the
What are the
schools?
things
Yeah.
in it?
Mhm.
And these are the things that we have to concentrate on. Now, right now, there are 3 entities that need to be on the same court. That's the Board of Commissioners,
Mhm.
Development Authority of Clayton County,
Mhm.
and Office of Economic Development. When they're off tilt, then we have a problem with development. So what am I talking about? When you look at the Fayette County, when you look at the Henry County, and they're bustling. They have restaurants, they have, building hotels, and things are starting to move in their way. And then everything is bypassing Clayton. Why? Because there's nothing to attract the clientele. And let's not forget, 92% of the airport is in Clayton County.
We learned about that from Valencia.
right.
Yes, we
That's
learned about
right.
that from from the Honorable Mrs. Stovall. We definitely learned about that. And y'all losing out on a lot of money rights from that. And air,
See?
we learned about that too. Air rights.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all losing out on a lot of that.
Yes,
because who
ma'am.
want to have this big old airplane sounding all loud across their house all the time?
Oh, how about when they dumping gas? It's
Or
falling
the
in Clayton.
chemtrails.
Oh, the chemtrails. See, these are the things that we have to make
And
adjustments
y'all said
to.
Prince was crazy talking about them chemtrails.
See?
And y'all said he was crazy.
Yeah. See, now it's coming. My mother used to.
Boy,
See, my mother used to say,
live long enough.
All right.
I already know what you was about to say.
I'm
Boy,
telling
you
you.
live long
You lo-
enough.
you
And
lo-
I ain't gonna sound that
See?
crazy no more.
See, you hear it, and all of a sudden it comes back. You go, you know what? I understand.
This has been a great
Hallelujah.
this has been a great hour already. Like I absolutely love this. I promise you I love this. So we were talking earlier and we were just because since we're talking about money,
Right.
right? And there are ways that the county has been taxed. Well, let's not use the word tax because we're talking to an ex-tax commissioner. There's a way that the county has had to pay out monies unnecessarily
Right.
because of this race.
Right.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. I'll give you a fantastic clue because I see Dr. Gordon is online too, and
Mhm.
he can expound on it also. But you must understand at the time that we qualify for these positions that to be on the ballot.
I remember Dr. Fleming going through it because she has
Right.
a show here.
Oh, okay. I
So
didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, she has a show
Okay.
here. So I've watched this process from a little different standpoint as well.
I got you.
Mhm.
Well, the previous commissioner from District 1
Mhm.
decided that instead of relinquishing the seat, her seat, the current
Mhm.
commission seat, to run for chairman's seat,
Mhm.
she would have had to do that in a timely manner, which is really in the mid part of February.
Okay.
But she decided to hold on to that seat and wait past March so she can collect that last check from the county. Now,
How much is that costing y'all?
That's costing the citizens of Clayton County.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Dr. Eddie Gordon came. He said $1.5 million. That's exactly what it's costing us.
I'll beat you one better. $1.52 million. That's $1,520,000 that the county now has to pay to do a separate special election. And it's very confusing right now because that special election, the voters in District 1 have to be in District 1. Now they changed it. Now you can vote all over. But
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Back it back so that the people in Clayton County can really understand what's going on, because you just laid a bomb out on them. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Drop it one more time. So what's going on?
Okay, right now, the voters in District 1, last week, there's two separate elections. And last week, they were going to the early voting polls, and they were told to go to the District 1 polls. So that was a lot of confusion. It was a lot of voters that weren't sure that if they were voting in District 1 or voting for the people that are running for District 1 or not. They had no clue, simply because one person decided to stay on to collect another paycheck. Now, really, is that a character for a chairperson?
That doesn't sound good. That sounds like you willing to waste my money. You willing to waste my thousands of dollars from running school buses, and I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like that.
And this same person, trust me, have made over and over bad decisions that have cost the county millions.
And this person is currently running for the same seat that you're running
That I'm
for.
running for. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So Dr. Eddie Gordon said she cost us $1.5 million and tried to get her friend in office. We had to buy new machines.
Yes.
And the county had to buy new machines, costing us more money because the former person didn't resign before February 13th.
Mm-hmm.
They must use different voting machines and special staff. And that's why it's costing so much money.
And confusion.
It's already hard enough to get people to come out and vote. Now they got to vote for a special election. Now they don't know where they're supposed to go to vote. And so, and let's just be honest, people, you make it too different. They got to click too many times and they not going to click. They not going to click on another window.
Absolutely.
Let's just be honest. And we only get about 3% out to come vote half the time anyway. So now that is crazy to me. That and how many people in the county of Clayton County?
Oh, it's over 300,000.
Over 300,000 people in Clayton County. How many people y'all usually get out to the polls?
Maybe 80,000. Maybe. And that's
a small percentage of people determining what a lot of people gonna have to deal with.
Listen, last year there were only 8% that went out for a special election for our sheriff. 8% of 300,000. Okay, that many people voted to put the current sheriff in office, and right now that's a cost. Okay, because right now our sheriff's department is over close to $20 million over budget. How do you go over budget by $20 million? Here's my analogy. It's basically like this: you use Uber, and you call Uber over, and you get in the Uber driver shows up. Minutes later, you jump in the back seat and you look at the driver, and the driver is only 12 years of age. Now you start to wonder, how in the world this kid is driving this car? You never know. Now equate the car as the county. Okay.
So you had a young sheriff.
Yes.
Or you had a inexperienced.
And guess what? When that Uber driver pulls out, it doesn't have a driver's license, doesn't have any
insurance
or no insurance, you name it, it's at jeopardy. So the point being made is that when you put a novice in office, this is what happens. It costs you millions of taxpayer dollars, and it's hurt your economy. That's why people, when I was tax commissioner, they kept screaming, why are my taxes going up? Because we're making bad decisions. A couple of years ago, we have a Roman United that came in and said, hey, guess what? We'll put this structure up in your county and we'll make millions of dollars. Right. Sure.
But what does the county make?
That's the problem. We didn't. And that person walked out of here with over $500,000. We have no way of recouping that. So who do you think that's going to fall on? It's
The
gonna
taxpayers.
Exactly.
And this is the thing about it. You hired these people.
Yes.
You hired these people, whether you realized it or not. You hired these people with either your inactivity or your inability to research the people and get to know them. Like we said, I said to him earlier, everybody before we start this process, I'm like, look, this is a different kind of interview. It's going to be very casual because to me, I don't want to just know the name on the ballot and I don't want to just hear your rhetoric because you practice that.
Right. Right.
You practice that. I want to feel your vibe.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to know, are you kinfolk? Are you skin folk? Are you really in the game because you care about us and you have that drive and you want to be a steward of your community? Or do you see this as a way to get an extra check?
Exactly. Ta-da.
Mic drop.
Okay.
Like, you know, and that's why it's very important for us to go through, like, again, go through the ballot, start seeing these names that they're putting out there. All you have to do is Google them,
research them. That's
research
all we
these
ask.
people.
Research them.
Research these people.
I asked them to go right to my website. Everything I've done in my lifetime, you can research it. You can see that, yes, I served on the police department in Atlanta.
See,
for
you be
22 years.
taking my words before I get a chance to sound intelligent, because I was just about to say, you know, you talking about the sheriff, but you used to be a popo.
Yes.
You used to be the police officer. Tell us,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
tell us about that and your tenure and how that helps.
Yes.
With the chair.
Listen, that was another step that I want to make sure that people in Clayton County understand, that as a police officer, you see a lot of things that's happening on the road.
Social studies.
You name it. Oh, God, yes. But you want somebody that understands the dynamic of how to deal with crime, how to deal with the public, how to make sure that you administer the correct justice to our citizens.
How to deal with mental health.
How to deal with mental health. You got to have these elements in, you know, you're asking a police officer to do everything possible and you're counting on that person to do that. But if you don't have the backing of the higher ups, then what do you have? I look at the police department right now. Everybody thinks that, hey, no, it's the sheriff's department that controls, that's helping keep crime down. And then on the other hand, you say crime is going up. We don't know who's doing what. Let me clarify that. The sheriff's department has absolutely, positively nothing to do with crime. Okay? They're not out there for patrolling or anything. That's the police department. That's the police department. And they're the ones who are working in, making the calls and handling situations that are out there on the streets. The sheriff's department is a backup to the police department. So let's make sure we have that clarity, you know, make sure we understand what's going on. So please, 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 this is where you need to research. This is where you need to make sure the candidate that's on that ballot. I am the only one in my race that have law enforcement experience, that has accounting experience, that has managerial experience, that has dealt with the people for years. And everybody would tell you, going into that man's office, we understand what, you know, we may not like what he said, but guess what? We talked with him. So I'm out there with the people. I'm out there dealing with what has to be done. Folks reminded me just a couple of days ago, they said, you know what? You used to be in the lobby of your tag office. That's right. I used to be behind the counter serving the folks from that point. I used to go out here and collect taxes, you name it, because that's my heart. That's where I am. I want to see the quality of life in Clayton County rise, but it's going to take somebody to help quell the misunderstanding of what we have about Clayton. And that's only one person on the ballot today, and his name is Terry Baskin.
That's what I'm talking about. One thing that I've noticed since I've been doing, you know, my research and learning about different candidates, a lot of candidates have pastoral or reverend? Like y'all come from the church.
Yes, ma'am.
What is it about that leadership role in the church that makes you move on to politics?
You know, it's a calling, to be honest with you. It's a calling. Let's take it from the standpoint as a pastor, because a church is really a business.
Yeah.
Okay?
I keep trying to tell you.
Okay.
It's a
really
good business.
So you,
John Osteen,
yeah,
Joel, or
okay.
yeah.
So you got to make sure that not only the lights stay on,
Mhm.
the air and gas, and you name it, and you got to make sure that you're engaging in your community.
Mm.
So once you get out there in the community and you're helping people to understand how God loves you, you work from that standpoint of view. You're helping them to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Mhm.
But then you realize that the calling is even stronger when it comes from a political standpoint.
Mm.
Because right now you have to be governed a certain way.
Mm.
You have to set policy and procedure at a certain at a certain way.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden that transition into something even bigger. Now, I'm an associate pastor at Lakeland Christian Center. I'm
Okay.
giving a shout out to them because we just celebrated our 25th anniversary
All
as far as
right.
ministry. And the whole bottom line, after I retired from the tax commissioner's office, I felt I need to go into the ministry full time.
Mm.
But my calling was basically in the political field, because everybody would say politics is dirty. No, people are dirty. And you need somebody with a spiritual understanding of what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And when you have that calling from God, He's not going to leave you.
Mm.
He's not going to forsake you. He's
Like
gonna
what we were talking about
That's
earlier,
right.
is sit on you, and
That's
you know
right.
you got to be obedient.
You have to be
Mhm.
obedient. And my chairperson right now is God,
Mm.
you know, and he brought a Samuel Crumby into my life 7 years ago.
Mhm.
And we've talked this thing through every aspect of leadership, every aspect of where we need to go and how we need to do it. This is why we study,
Mm.
we research, we prepare for, because there are days ahead that we have to have somebody that's standing on the top of that bridge or somewhere saying, this is the direction we need to go.
Mm.
And if you have people in place that have been doing the tomfooleries for so many years, I have two opponents right now that have put the voice of the people at the end of the meeting.
Mm.
Now they pushed this agenda, and it's like they didn't care. They didn't want to hear from the people. Well, guess what?
These are the people who elected you.
Exactly.
These are the people who you are supposed to be speaking up for. If you don't want to hear from me, then I don't need you.
And that's why they pushed it back. So now they come out saying, hey, we're for you. We're going to throw out all our signs.
But
all
they
over the
always
place.
say that when they're pandering for
Yes.
your vote.
Yes.
It's what they're doing when they're not pandering. And that was one thing Dr. Eddie Gordon was saying that I really liked. He was like, pay attention. He was like, pay attention. If you can't talk to them now, you ain't gonna be
Right.
able to talk to them
Right.
later.
Right.
If you can't reach them now, if they're not accessible, you can't come to them with your problems now and they
No.
trying to help you. Trust me, later on, they not gonna be listening to you
No.
either.
No.
You know?
And
And I get that.
Mhm.
I do, I get that.
And it's like as if nothing has happened. It's just, hey, we want to continue in the same cycle that
Mm.
we've been.
Oh, I
And-
hate we
See?
doing this the same way we always did it type of
Mm-mm.
person.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
See, that's why when I first became tax commissioner, I told all my employees that was then, this is now.
Mhm.
So now I'm saying that to the stockholders, the stakeholders of Clayton County. I don't call them taxpayers. I'm not calling them homeowners. I'm calling them stakeholders simply because they want a return on their investment. Their homes are the biggest investment that they have right now in Clayton County. Now, what do we do beyond that point? Like we said before, we need to incorporate the amenities.
Mm.
We need to make sure that everybody understands that Clayton County is open for business. and we're doing business the way it should be done.
So let's go ahead. We're going to go to our last commercial break of the day. And when we get back, what I would like to talk about, is what you would like to see change and happen. Like what amenities you would like to see brought to the, because didn't y'all just get the water park?
No, the water park's been, that was through a SPLOST.
That was through a SPLOST?
Yes.
But it opened like
2 years ago.
It's been 2 years
It's
already?
been 2 years already, right after COVID.
Dang. Okay, we're gonna go this summer then.
Yeah.
Because it should be get inable now.
Yes. Yeah.
Because at first I already knew it. Nah, Eric, this is new. You gotta wait. You're not gonna get in. I'm not gonna be able to get one of them lounge chairs. We gotta wait for 2 years. I think it's get inable now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what other type of amenities would you like to see if you were talking to somebody who was like, you know what, I'm in the market for a home and I don't know where I want to move yet. Why should I move to Clayton County? Because that's what you need, right?
That's
you need
right.
more people coming to the city.
That's right.
And purchasing property there. But also, what would you say to somebody who's opening a business and needed a new location? So I'd like to have those conversations with you when we get back.
Yes,
we're gonna go to another quick commercial break, like I said, and when we get back, we have more from Dr. Terry Baskins, right? Baskin. We added S on Kroger's.
Hey, just remember one thing. All you have to remember is ice cream, Baskin Robbins.
But you see, you added an S on that one.
Baskin and Robbins.
You see, Kroger's and Publix's. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Be right back.
Craving something new? Tired of the same old content? Welcome home to Enterprise Theater TV Network. Explore a world of independent films, music, fashion, and more. Multiple channels, endless possibilities. Find the perfect fit for your mood. Download the app today and unlock a universe of entertainment. The Enterprise Theater TV Network. Discover something new. And for your daily dose of inspiration, tune in to All Hustle, No Fear on Enterprise Theater TV. Start your day motivated and empowered. Remember, download the app and discover endless possibilities. Enter the world of Enterprise Theater.
I can't believe I let you in and told you all my deepest secrets. You told me I'm expensive, but you treated me the cheapest. Thank God you let me go, I didn't know how much I needed this. I almost settled for you. Oh, think I just do what you do. Oh, and now your colors are true. Took me a while, but I knew I'm so disgusted with you. Dodged a bullet, not an arrow shot by Cupid. You really had me thinking I was dumb, naive and stupid. I'm done with these excuses. You'll never pull me through this again. I almost settled for you. Oh, think I just do what you do. Oh, and now your colors are true. Took me a while, but I knew I'm so disgusted with you. Took me a while, but I grew. I'm so disgusted with you. There's no discussion with you. I'm so disgusted with you. There's no discussion with you. I'm so disgusted with you. I almost settled for you. Oh, I think I just do what you do. Oh, and now your colors are true. Took me a while, but I grew. disgusted with you.
Are you in need of some tattoo therapy? Visit Studio 219 for your next tattoo or piercing. Studio 219 is located at 1900 Piedmont Road in Atlanta, just 1 mile from the Lindbergh train station. Studio 219 is open Monday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and closed every Sunday. Book your appointment today by visiting www.studio219ink.com. That's studio219inc.com. Make sure to follow 219 on Instagram for promotions and specials at Studio219ink. Studio 219. Let us fix your creative itch.
All right, we are back. We back. And again, it's the side conversation. We over here cracking up.
It's live.
But we left with the question of if I was a new homeowner or if I was in the market to purchase a home, why should I come to Clayton County and look for a home?
Close proximity. And you are in close proximity to a lot of things. As I said, the airport is 92% in Clayton County. And let's talk about areas where you want to dine, fine dining and things of that nature.
Yeah, I don't think about Clayton County when I think of fine dining.
No, because we have yet to expand that type of viewpoint. Your question to me before we left was, what things do I want to change? That's one. Because areas like Clayton County is a diamond in the rough.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk about areas that you really want to work on, let's really focus on today's generation and tomorrow's generation. When you talk about live, work, play, that's the focus.
I don't think of Clayton County when I think of that. I'm automatically thinking of downtown. I'm going to think of some certain places in Cobb County.
Right.
You know what I mean? Douglasville has been building itself up a lot right now. Douglasville is popping right now.
And Fayetteville is just taking it to a whole new realm.
Really?
Yes.
So all these other places around y'all. And I definitely don't see Clayton County isn't my go-to area. I wouldn't think that. Okay.
Because we have yet to promote a viewpoint of where we are today. My opponents were big on apartments complex, and that was it. And the density and situation pertaining to infrastructure does not fit the mold as today. People are thinking, okay, still we're going to do the acre lot and build a house, whatever, or find something of that magnitude. No, we have got to be in the same step as Atlanta. And that is the live, work, play concept that they developed. And it's worked wonders. And that's why I say today,
the belt line.
The belt line.
Yeah.
And guess what? We have walking trails in Clayton County.
Really?
We have yet to promote that. Look, out of all the assets throughout the state of Georgia, and I have traveled all around the state, there are 4 things in Clayton County no one can match. That's the Fulton, the Cobb, the Cab, Gwinnett. They cannot match Clayton. That's water, rail, road, and air. Okay? You think about roads. We have 75, 85, 285, 675. We have Highway 1941. We have Highway 85. We have 138. We have all these roads going through Clayton County.
And those are major thoroughfares.
We have a lot of rails in Clayton County.
Wait, what rails?
Oh, tons of them. Norfolk Southern, right through there. And as a matter of fact,
wait, you mean like a train, like a rail line?
Yes.
I ain't never heard of no rail line in Clayton County.
Absolutely, we sure do.
For real?
And here's the kicker. See, that's what I'm saying. People are not understanding.
Wait,
what
people
Clayton
ride
has.
it like to go to work and stuff?
Not yet. See, and that's what was.
So you got a rail line that nobody using. That sounds like money.
Only Norfolk Southern. And now I like to work with MARTA to help them understand we don't need the rails. Let's go up. Okay. Let's make a rail line up, and you can run it straight down Highway 85, straight down 1941 to get people to where they need to go. Incorporate that with the bus system. See, so
does MARTA run through Clayton County?
MARTA run now with the bus system, and now
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, is it like Cobb County, and the Cobb County has the CCT?
No, Cobb County has a CCT. Clayton had one like that, and they gave it to MARTA. So now we just have regular MARTA bus.
Okay, but they do run through.
They do run through Clayton
Okay,
County.
is it a good?
It's getting better.
Okay,
it's getting better.
Because if I gotta wait 80 minutes for a bus, that's not helping me.
True.
That's not helping me.
That's true.
If I got to get to work, I need this line to be running every 15 minutes or so. And if it's running, that's what I hated about CCT.
Right.
It didn't make sense to me.
Right.
I can't take this. I can only go about 4 or 5 stops anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's only about 4 or 5 places CCT gonna take me. And then the fact that it runs so infrequently, this is not a accurate system
Right.
for the people that need it.
Right.
We're not riding the bus because we just riding. We riding the bus because we need to get somewhere in a timely
Correct.
fashion.
Correct.
And if this bus line, especially if I got to get home from work and it don't run after a certain time at night, this helps me none. It wasn't I don't like the CCT system.
That's why I was saying that you need to incorporate going up. So in other words,
So
if
you
you're at
saying
the airport,
like in New York, how their rail lines
Right.
are okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Try this. If you're at the airport and you need to go down to Morrill, there should be a train station there. You can take it straight out, get off, and you take a bus from that point, to further your direction. But we've got to give them ideas what we want here in Clayton County. So number 4 is basically Clayton has the best water system in the state.
You mean like out of the tap?
Everywhere. We have had the best water system for years, and nobody has expounded on it. Simply because City of Atlanta buys water from Clayton. See? I'm telling you.
So you saying you want to like bottle Clayton County water?
Not bottle it, but usage. Okay. When you turn on
Like
the
water
faucet,
rights.
Yes. When you turn on your water.
This show is good. I'm learning a lot of stuff today.
But out of the 4 assets, I want to add one more to it. Okay. And that's energy. We talk about energy all day long, but we
Like
never
windmills?
understand. No, I'm talking about what's popular, and they say it's not as popular. Electric vehicles are going to be the thing of the future for the next 2-3 years.
So you want to start having more EV stations?
That's right.
Mhm.
I mean, look, just last week,
Because everybody got to go right here to Camp
Right.
Creek, right here to the
Right. And
yeah.
how long does it take them to charge up?
I don't know, because I refuse to get one of them for that reason
See?
right there. I am not sitting
See?
waiting on my car to get ready to go.
But guess what? And that's true.
I'm ready to go.
See?
I ain't got time to get ready to go.
But there are new designs, H2, H3 stations
Mhm.
that can come in, build up, and do what they have to do. That means that just like pulling up to a gas station, you pump your gas, 3 minutes later you're on your way. They're now incorporating new H3 EV stations to do the same thing.
And if we wasn't paying $1.52 million, you see how I
Well,
brought that back?
Hey, you better believe it.
If we didn't have to pay $1.52 million for somebody to get elected, we could have been using that money for something else.
Totally.
I ain't got no sense.
Well, no, you do. You make a lot of sense, and that's why you have viewership.
I wish I was voting in Clayton County.
Oh, I wish you were too. I would love it. See?
I wish I was voting in Clayton County.
Absolutely.
But it really is giving me some ideas because so back to what we were talking about earlier about
Right.
when God talks to you.
Yes.
Right. So the mayoral race with Kasim, that was the first time when I really, because I've been in radio since 2019. So that was around the first time when I was really like, I think I'm ready to dive into this idea of politics, right?
Mhm.
Because without allowing my imposter syndrome to shine through, I was told by someone a long time ago, you don't have to give those caveats. You don't have to give those asterisks of, I didn't go to journalism school, or I wasn't taught how to do radio. You are who you are. You have good questions. You have a good mind.
Right.
That is journalism. And so I stand on that now. Right. But then that wasn't the person that I was. And I was just like, hey, I think I kind of would like to do this.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you remember, I think her name was Moore, who he was running against. She lost.
Yeah.
Her campaign headquarters was directly next door to us. And I couldn't even get her to come over and do a interview with me.
Oh, wow.
But it didn't stop me from trying to get other people. And because of that, I've got to interview. And this is my thing, people. I say this all the time. It doesn't have to be Atlanta for me. I've interviewed a young lady who was running for mayor in Knoxville and had her on the show and talking about her campaign a couple of years ago. I've got to interview Raphael Warnock. Now I'm thinking, like, not next year, but in the next 2 years, because every 2 years we get an election, right?
That's true.
Now I'm thinking the journalistic part of me is like, okay, when I get somebody like you in, now I want to go find that other person,
right,
and bring them in and talk to them about what they're trying to do, and then throw in there, okay, but what about this 1.52 million you costing us?
And you never get them. You never get them.
But that's there.
Correct.
But that's the next part of it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Correct.
that part where if I just stop here, I'm not doing the justice.
That's right.
That God has put like
right.
Me a year ago, what might not have been ready for that. You know what I mean? But after talking to Dr. Eddie Gordon, after talking to Dr. Siobhan Fleming, after talking to the Honorable Valencia Stovall, after talking to Brandy, what's her last name? Charge it to my heart, not my mind, please. I mean, charge it to my mind, not my heart. But after talking to all of these people who are running, and they're running because they're running because of how they feel and what they see is missing. And you're letting me know, hey, we don't have this in Clayton County. Okay, so the next person that comes in, hey, so did you know that we didn't have this? What you think about that? You know what I mean? And it brings another side to it. And again, with this vibe,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
I think I could get her in here.
I say go for it.
I think I could. I
think
I could get her in here and just have a conversation. And I could be that person who could raise that question so casually. You know what I'm saying? So I heard, because we have to have a special election, that it's going to cost the city $1.5 million. How do you feel about that? It's not an attacking question. That's a very
legitimate
it's a legitimate question. And if you're not willing to answer that, you don't pass the vibe check. And that in itself is enough for the constituents to say, well, hey, wait a minute now. Why she don't want to talk about that? Because it's on my taxes.
Right.
I've got to pay for it. So why did you do that? What was your mindset behind that? Because when he explained that to me, the first thing that came out of my mind was, that's cheating. She's trying to do like DeSantis did. Because my first mindset was, does that mean she gonna try to keep her seat if she don't win? But she can't do that, right?
No, she has to resign.
Okay. Well, at least great for that, because I don't know if y'all know, but since DeSantis didn't get to be president, he still gets to be governor, and that's cheating, because he changed the law so that he could still be governor. Because see, when you run for president, you're supposed to give up your governor seat. I don't know if y'all know that.
On a federal level, you have a lot of congressmen, congresswomen, senators, and governors that will run for a presidential seat. They can retain their seat, to be honest with you. They can, if their term hadn't ran out. And a lot of times that's what happened. That's why you see them go back to their Senate seat or their congressional district or even governor's position. But that's on the federal level. Anything below that, no, you have to. And there's only one person that got away with that. One person, And if you recall, years ago when the current governor was running for, he was Secretary of State, Brian Kemp. He was Secretary of State, and he also ran for governor, and nobody questioned him. And all of a sudden, 1 month prior to the election, he resigned his seat, and then we had a black female take over as Secretary of State. See, so that's the hidden secret behind that. From a state level on down, you have to resign.
And you should do it in a timely fashion.
Yes.
Let's just say that.
Amen.
Let's say that. Dr. Gordon said, she's a runner. She's a track star. He said she keeps running from interviews and the people. And that's good to know, because I definitely, the next cycle around, I definitely am going to approach this a lot differently.
Right.
And it's because of the fact that I've gotten a chance to talk to you guys and have these interviews and understand this situation and the politics of it just a little bit better. You know what I mean? I'm really I'm enjoying this. You know, I really am enjoying this. Let's keep some of it. If you have any questions out there, if you are in Clayton County or you know someone that's in Clayton County, let's, pose your questions, because this is the time to do it, right?
Exactly.
We've got another about 15 minutes on the show. One of the things that I always love to do is to give you, it's not the end of the show, and of course at the end of the show, I'm gonna give you another chance, but give the people, stand on that soapbox, you know what I'm saying? Or in your case, get up in that pulpit.
Hey.
Go on, get up in that pulpit, sir. But stand on your soapbox and let the people know who you are, why you are running, why you are the best candidate for this position.
Right. Well, definitely, and I'm not shy to stand on the soapbox, but to help everybody understand in Clayton County, today we need sound leadership, because there's so much facing us in the near future. You talk about higher taxes, you talk about amenities going elsewhere instead of Clayton County. And look, you got to understand, our tax dollars only last in Clayton County for 6 hours. 6 hours.
And then they're out of the county.
And then they're out of there. See, I want to reverse that. Since I was tax commissioner, I've always screamed and hollered at our leaders that was in position to make changes that our tax dollars are going north and south on 75, 85, Terra Boulevard. Nothing was retained in Clayton County.
National Highway.
You name it. It just kept stroking right through Clayton County. But now comes one person that you know for a fact he's been tested, tried, and definitely succeeded in what he needed to do. His name is Terry Baskin. Why? He brings integrity to the game. He brings a name that is trusted for years, for centuries. And right now, you have four opponents, but there's only one that's a true leader. There's only one that handled money. We're talking about $7.7 billion without any discrepancy. We're talking about someone that the only candidate that have managed an office and have been voted in 5 times, have been there for the longest term. In other words, there's only been 5 tax commissioners in the history of Clayton County.
And you one of them.
And I'm number 5.
And you the longest running of them.
Longest running tax commissioner. Now I stepped aside simply because new leadership had to come into that office. But new leadership now has to come to Clayton County.
How do you feel about, let's talk about that.
Yes.
New leadership. So one of the things that I've talked about people before is the fact that, especially in Congress, Congress and the Senate, we have some people who are older than sliced bread. And if y'all think I'm trying to be funny when I say that, see why he laughing? Because he know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
He knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's some people in there right now that's older than sliced bread, and they can't even stay awake long enough to listen and read some of these bills. But I also understand what you were saying, that you need people who have tenure. You need people who understand and know what it is. You can't be so much of a neophyte, but I think at some point you can't be so old that you're out of touch.
Correct.
How do we find that balance?
Well, that's where you start to research. and you start to see for what has been out there for years. Okay. I have two opponents that's been on the Board of Commissioners, and both of them have done exactly what we are complaining about at this very moment. See? So now, when you look at the ballot, you see 4 names. 2 of them have already had their opportunity, and they did absolutely nothing to do with it. I mean, they had nothing to build up on. I mean, this is all about tear down the chairman, take away his power, you name it. And that does not resonate good business. Now,
because you need a leader. You can't have a whole bunch of hens and not have somebody that's controlling.
Exactly.
You have to have a leader.
But today, Clayton County has an opportunity to right the wrong. You have 3 seats out of 5 that need to be changed. That's the chair and 2 other commissioners. That means that now
That's District 34.
That's District 1 and 3.
1 and 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Plus the chairman.
Yes. But Dr. Eddie Gordon, he's running.
He's in District 1.
He's in District 1. Okay.
That's correct.
Who was in District 34? Valencia Stovall. Look. Y'all got it. I'm doing good. Okay. Like, don't judge me. I am doing good right now.
Remember civic class?
Yeah,
Okay.
you go. I'm doing.
See?
Okay.
But
So we've had somebody interviewed from District 1, and
Yes.
you said, what's the next district?
3.
Okay, I need to find somebody who in District 3 want to come up here and talk.
Ooh, there's a whole bunch.
Ooh, send them my way. We got it to the 21st. Let's go. We can keep this going. I send out a link. I send you a link. Let's go.
Amen. But right now, we have this opportunity to change the mindset of Clayton County. Help them to understand that you have the tools. We just have to refine what we want and when we want it. I mean, think about this. When you go out, you take your wife, your husband, whatever, out to dinner, you're not eating in Clayton County fine dining. You're elsewhere. Why? Simply because we have yet to refine that viewpoint of what we want from Clayton County and what we want for Clayton County. Yes, I want a place to go to shop. Okay. I want to go somewhere where I have fine dining. And if we're not doing that, if the leadership is not incorporating that, then we're doing it injustice to our citizens of Clayton County.
And I mean, not just, I'm really with you on this amenities experience, because when you really think about it, when you go down, you got Ponce de Leon.
Yes.
They building, they trying to build a whole thing down at
they built it.
What's that, at the stadium?
Yes.
They're working on a whole new concept now.
Absolutely.
You know, where they want to connect the Chattahoochee River and have that above ground and stuff. You look at what they doing over there in Cobb County, what they did with the stadium and all the different dining places to walk around and bowling and all kind of stuff.
You know what attribute to that? Forward thinking. And right now, when you become stagnant, this is what we get today. And we complain about my taxes are going up. But what are you getting in return? And this is why you need, listen, if this was a baseball, basketball, football, hockey team, and every year we lose, every year you lose, what do you think management is going to do?
Oh, they're going to get you a new coach. They're going to get you, they going to get you a new coach, a new quarterback.
The whole king caboodle.
Matt Ryan got to go.
Okay. See,
you're going to get rid of them. Yeah.
And today, this is what Clayton County is facing, the same scenario that we can change the trajectory of where we need to go and how we need to do it.
Yeah.
You need better people in office today on that Board of Commissioners.
Yeah, because it's not a workplace. I definitely think of Clayton County as the outskirts of the city.
Yes.
I don't think of it as a place that I'm going to go do something in the city. I don't, at least Mableton has the Mabel House. They have, there's location. No, there are locations that people are trying to go do things. I don't ever hear of anything to go do in Clayton County.
And that's why we're going to change that mindset. We're going to change the mindset. I thank God there's a Dr. Gordon and Dr. Fleming on board, because this is where we start from. You need a whole new lineup to make sure that you know in what direction you're going. And if we're going to stop the calamity, if we're going to stop the comedy shows at the board meetings, this is where you start. Clean sweep, clean house, so that way we can get onto business, that where we can draw the investors in, where we're going to bring the hotels, the restaurants, things that
Yeah, because ain't no hotels out in Clayton County I want to go to. And but the thing is, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want a hotel in Clayton County? It's nothing to do in Clayton County to need a hotel for. Like, you know, if you go into, I could understand if you building a hotel out by what's that? NASCAR.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Lovejoy.
Right. People going out there for that. Makes sense. But what you staying in Clayton County for? To go do that you need to spend overnight, or that you need a hotel? And I'm not trying to be funny, but
no, it's true.
This is true.
It's true.
What we doing that we can't just go and come right back? Like, I don't need no hotel in Clayton County. Or better yet, it's not like y'all got a DoubleTree out there, or you don't have a you know what I'm saying, a Westin or something like that that's so nice and posh that it's like, no, I gotta go to this hotel, or I'm willing. But think about this too. He just said they right there by it. Part of the airport is in Clayton County. Makes no sense why there wouldn't be a nice hotel in Clayton County, because oh man, more and more you talk about it, the more and more it do make sense. Like, this don't make no sense.
Yes, that's why we as Clayton Countyans, we have to start thinking outside the box. We have to go beyond of what we've been doing, instead of what we've been doing is basically nothing and allowing everything else to go around us.
And Atlanta is a tourism type of place.
Oh,
people come to Atlanta to move.
Yes.
Like, they don't come to party. They party so hard in Atlanta, they stay.
Absolutely.
Like, give them a reason to start coming to Clayco.
Well, how about this? We've already had a Super Bowl. We had a number of NCAA championships played right there. And how many people do you think went through the airport to get to those games? And we had absolutely nothing set out that said, you need to go south to Clayton. Well, that stops. That is a new time, especially for new leadership, like in Terry Baskin. This is where you need to go. And be honest with you, if you want to check me out, go to my website, leaderbaskin.com. Again, that's leaderbaskin.com. You know why I use Leader Baskin?
Why?
Because we finally have somebody that has leadership capability.
Makes sense. That's also his Instagram.
Absolutely. See?
It's also his Instagram.
Thank you for that plug.
I got you back, Jack.
See?
So look, we're almost done here. I do want to say a couple of things. One, for anybody that's out there who has been to the show, I would love to be at your campaign parties when you win. What are those called?
That celebration.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I got some outfits. I got some outfits. I put my hoodie away. I definitely would like to be at some parties and just, really congratulate y'all on y'all wins. So that's one thing. Please reach out to me and let me know when your events are.
I will.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll definitely be in the building. They're gonna laugh if I'm there. We're gonna have a good old time.
I have come. I would love to have you.
The other thing is, I would also like to know when there are issues that are going on, or different meetings or things that you need, that you know what, I know we usually don't have media here, but somebody need to be here for the people to feel the vibe and to replay some of this and let y'all know what happened. I want to carve out my own lane for this. You know what I mean? And I get it. A lot of times we don't hear about those meetings until somebody is fighting at them, until you have a Eric May in the building, but how are we supposed to know what's going on? How are we supposed to know if there's not someone there who's willing to break it down almost to a remedial level? you know? And for me, like I said to you earlier, I don't have a problem saying I don't understand. Can you please explain it to me? And I think that's a crutch for a lot of people. You want to be so intelligent and you want to seem so smart that you don't want to act like you don't know. And I think in some situations, not knowing is the best place you can be, because you're willing to learn and accept so much more because you don't know. When you run into a person who know everything, they trying to tell you. I don't want to tell you. I just want to know. This is a sincere question. What do you do? Because you are voting for people and you don't even know what they do. Let's be honest. Did you really know what the chairman did?
No.
Because when I Googled chairman to make sure I understood what the chairman did, guess what it kept bringing up? Commissioner. And I said, well, look, now hold on now. Why do we keep bringing up the board of commissioners when I'm talking about the chairman?
Right.
And the reason why is because this is the person that is the leader.
Right.
That helps all of the chairmen stay in line, to help them stay on focus, on task, to give them a destination to all be working towards. So if you don't have a leader, everybody else just off floating around doing willy-nilliness. You know what I mean? And I'm willing to say, I don't know what your position do, but I want to learn about it so that I can reiterate this to the other people around. Everybody, let me tell y'all, I watch and read y'all comments on YouTube. And for the person who said to me that, oh, I don't like the way she's talking, and if she would just, basically, he tried to say, I need to be more Fox News. I need to be that blonde, blue-eyed, speaking with distinction, like, but guess what? Everybody don't listen like that. Right. It don't click for it. Right. It don't click for them the same way. Some people need CNN. Some people need Fox, and some people need All Hustle, No Fear. Some people need someone to say it in a way like we at the barbershop, like we kinfolk, like we trying to feel the vibe. Some of y'all need to hear it with Stones and you know what I'm saying? Like, we all talking about God, but maybe you hear God when we talking about Jules and Stones and Sage. Or maybe you hear God in the wind. Maybe you, like I tell y'all all the time, I don't care if you believe in God, Yahweh, Muhammad, apples and oranges. Buddha. I don't care what it is. Did you get the message? Did you get the message? And maybe, just maybe, I'm not the person to give you the message, but there are some people out there who need to hear the message from me the way I'm going to say it. Because I'm going to break it down in some, hey, what's up terms, instead of, hello, how are you doing? Good morning. But if it reaches the people, not all the voters are the same. There are regular people that just want to break it down. Like, just tell me what's going on and don't give me all that extra rhetoric. I just need to know what it is. And maybe, just maybe, I could be that person to break it down for y'all. Hey, y'all need to go to the polls. He trying to get y'all something to do. Because think about it. If it's more people in Clayton County to do things, you can open up more businesses in Clayton County to sell things to the people. But you can't sell nothing in Clayton County because ain't nobody there, because they all downtown. You can't open up that ice cream shop. It ain't nobody walking around with nothing to do. You got to get people into your ice cream shop. But if we had pedestrian type of situations where we have more
or even
foot traffic, or I don't know, sidewalks, right?
Little areas that you can go shop at.
Right. Then you can open up that ice cream shop. You can open up that barber shop. You can open up, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, y'all want to do all this stuff? You want a doggy daycare? We ain't got no dog parks. Where I'm supposed to walk my dog at? You want to groom him, but I ain't got nowhere to walk him. You know what I mean? Little things like that make the community what the community is. But we have to have people in leadership to get us there, because otherwise everybody got an idea, but we got to get this in a way that's workable,
right?
That makes sense. So our time is up, but before we go, one more time,
yes,
as quick as possible, tell the people why they need to come to the polls, why it is so important. It's early voting right now. You can go out and vote right now.
Right now.
Like you just heard what he had to say and you like it, go right now. Go and vote. But if you feel like you have to wait and you want to do it and make it, memorable with everybody in line and everything else, May 21st is the voting day. But tell them why they need to get out there and vote.
You need to. This is your opportunity to change the trajectory of where Clayton is going. You need to be engaged simply because you want these things in your community. You want to see growth. You want the better quality of life. Well, you're not going to do it just sitting on the sidelines watching and screaming and hollering. If you get in the game, you change the game. When you get out there and you vote your voice. Don't tell me about, well, my vote doesn't count. It does. And for everybody to understand, this is your civic duty. Now, keep this in mind. African Americans, you're the only people that are being judged on a 25-year basis to see if you're qualified to vote again. That's through Congress. And that's sad. And we need to do away with that law altogether. But
I don't even know what that is. And we're going to have to talk about that another time.
We will.
What?
Because every 25 years, we're being evaluated if we're able to vote again. We just got clearance a couple of years ago. See? And it's sad because that's on the books. And every 25 years, Congress has to take an evaluation if you're out there voting. And if you're not, guess what? They take away that right. Then you're screaming and hollering because you're on the sideline. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, you need leadership that's all rounded, that's well advised, that's very versed in all assets of life. This is where you need to really look at the issues and say, who better qualified to handle those things? Who's better qualified to help manage people? Who's better qualified to help to manage money? Okay, money.
And you keep it.
And absolutely.
He don't take it.
So the point being is that, yes, I need your vote. I need to be on that board as your chairman. I need to be there to help help us to go in the direction that we need to go. This is why you need a Terry Baskin in office as your chair. So once again, go vote. Go vote. I can't preach that enough because it's your duty as a United States citizen to voice your opinion through voting. That's the most powerful thing you can do. And the most educated person that goes in there to vote is the most dangerous creature that Satan does not want you to do, and that is to vote. So let's get out there, do what we have to do. Let's change the directory or change the direction that we're going in. People are looking at Clayton County and say, nah, that's not the county to go to. Wrong. We're going to do business, and we're going to do business the right way, and we're going to do it with excellence. That's why you need a Terry Baskin as chairman of Board of Commissioner of Clayton County.
There we go. Y'all, this is the end of our show and we got to get out of here, but you already know we have a ton of great shows right here on the Hits 92.3 platform. Coming up next is the BBL Nurse. She's talking to you about all things nurse to beauty. Okay. You make sure you stay tuned for that later on in the day. We have the GOAT Shop and they're talking all things sports. I already want to know, why did they not play that girl game in Chicago? And somebody recorded it with their phone and got 1-point-something million views from their phone because ESPN did not want to stream the game. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that with the fellas. What? Ooh! But let me throw this out here too, because I'm way past my time. Hey, look, if you want to come here and sit in this seat, it's not hot. It's cool. We cool. We cool here. Yes. This is not the hot seat. This the cool seat. Okay. We just trying to do a vibe, trying to see if you kinfolk and not skin folk. Okay. And that's on either side of it. That's on either side. Whether you look, come on. Hit me up. Okay.
There you go.
Hit me up. This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Here's one of my favorite songs. You get on my damn nerves. I be trying to play good music when I had a reference in and when I had the preachers in. But hey, look, This is the show, and this is what I got. So it's better than some of the other stuff I got. On his 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Amen. I love it.
Da 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 da. You get on my damn nerves. My patience running thin. This ain't even anger. Bitch, you make me anxious. This is barely about us. You got problems in your mind, and you keep making big threats, and we don't see eye to eye. You spend half your life with dilated pupils. I don't think you're nice, and you treat me kinda cruel. All your moves is crazy, you compromise my safety. All your friends are shady, they try to warn me vaguely. You patronize me daily, you never call me baby or treat me like a lady. And mainly, quite frankly, you get on my damn nerves. My patience wearing thin, and this ain't even anger. Bitch, you make me anxious. This is barely about us. You got problems in your mind, and you keep making big threats, and we don't see eye to eye at your big ribage. You should have a grip on that braceless braid, and I should take a hint, cause my resting state shouldn't be delusional. I should contemplate how we got to this conclusion. Well, we used to have some things so simple, so sweet. You had me brush and sweat me off of my feet. We used to have this shit all down to a science. Now are we sharing this? Imagine if we stood our ground. I wish that we could work this out. Just kidding. You get on my damn nerves. My patience wearing thin, and this ain't even